Hey guys, and welcome back. We are finally on Emerald Coast. It's been like 2 weeks, I think, since we've been back here. But it's time to get ready to put some soybeans in the ground. And we're going to try out this new course play. Just downloaded it today. So I tried using hired help on this guy, but he kept wanting to run into the boundary wall there. So we're just going to do this the good old-fashioned way with course play. Let's do north, east, and we're gonna go at snow. East, east. Hey, Genetic J, what's up? Set up here and then fire it off. And we need to get some fields turned over because we need to get soybeans in the ground today. Don't get them in the ground today, we're not going to be able to get them in the ground at all, I don't think. But we'll take a look at that right here in a moment. Alright. Let her just go to town there. Let's take a look here at the seasons menu. And yeah, we don't get soybeans in the ground right today. We're gonna miss that window. Definitely. Let's see here. Here we are. Wanted to show you all. We got this field harvested off camera. These are the last 3 straw bales to pick up. Go ahead and bring them up here. I'm going to show you the cow farm. We've taken 54 straw bales up to the cow farm and completed that stack. And I want to show you what that stack looks like completed. Then we'll take this load over to the pig farm and get started on our seeding, I think. We're going to have to check and figure out what's been cultivated, what's been plowed. It's been a while since I've been on the map, I have to say. We've last 2 weeks we tested out, did some testing on Hofbergman. We've officially started Hofbergman. We have I think we're actually into mid-spring on that map. And then we are also ending autumn on the Valley of the Old Farm. So we had the autumn harvest rush on that map. And it seemed like every time I was getting ready to do a stream on Emerald Coast, something would come up that really needed my attention. So, in fact, we almost didn't do Emerald Coast tonight. Tonight marks the last night of autumn on Valley of the Old Farm. And there's a couple fields that still need to be brought in. None of mine, but for the BGA. And we were going to see if maybe we needed to bring those in, but didn't hear any word yet. Basically, the 11th hour happened, and basically I had to commit to one or the other, and I decided to commit to this one. So here we are. This is the cool bale stack, and I like the round bales because when they're full, we get this tarp over them, and it's timber on either side to hold the tarp down. Got 54 bales in here. Hey Will, what's up? It's like long time no see. Something else you might notice for the keen of eye The conversion mod has been removed. It was updated just last week, but the update still didn't work good as far as I was concerned. We were having issues with the conversion mod and the graze mod working. So that was a problem. And then when I updated it, it basically made compost not worth the effort somehow. Basically, the update had compost being sold in liters as opposed to cubic feet or tons. But it did something with the math, and basically it made it worth like $2 and some odd cents per 1,000 liters. I think it may have just been doing the conversion wrong or the math wrong, and it may have been showing me the price per liter, but I wasn't going to chance it, so I just took it out. Hey, John. There's a great demand on chick. Do you happen to know how long that great demand is for? Because right now on Hoff-Bergman, everything is closed. I can't sell it if I wanted to. And it turns out I don't have any chicks to begin with. But I did just load up the 3 incubators with eggs earlier this evening. So I just took it out. It's no big deal. We played this game for how long with leaders and everything. It just seemed like it would be cool if we could play with units that we're used to. So here we've got the other straw stack. Not as many over here, but we won't need that many once we get rocking and rolling with our Piggly Wigglies. Hey, Mad, what's up? Mad Modder. Got our fertilizer sprayer over here. We're going to spray some fields. Thanks for the sub, Nathaniel Lee. I'm doing good. It's feeling good to be back here on Emerald Coast. And I have to say, Emerald Coast has never been this smooth. I got a new graphics card. Since the last time I've been on the map, I got a new graphics card. So we're rocking and rolling a 1070 Ti now. Got all the sweetness turned up. And she is glass smooth on Emerald Coast now. Lots of fields here are ready to harvest, but we don't have time to do harvest missions. We need to get soybeans in the ground if we're going to try to maximize our profit on our field. Oh. I will be ordering FS17. I did see that the Giants has opened up pre-orders on their website for FS19 today. Check Steam. Steam didn't have a listing for it yet, and I'm probably going to hold out and see when Steam gets a listing for it, simply because I like that avenue of delivery. I don't have any problem buying the DLCs from the Giants website and everything, but I would like to I don't know, there's just something about the way Steam works and just keeping everything easy and handy through there. So I'll probably wait till I pick it up from there, pre-order. It's the great demand, like a short time period. Like it won't be, like it's going to be over before like 6 a.m. or something, or 8 a.m. Oh, 6 hours. Don't tell me what the price is, man, because that's gonna really bum me out. Hey, what's up? Oh, what is this? Let's see here at the top. It's a, well, I have to get out and look. Hold on. It's a New Holland. It's a New Holland TM175. Pretty sure this is in the mod hub. It's definitely in the. It should be in the mod link, in the mod spreadsheet that is in the description below. Yeah, I would always get. It would get laggy through here, and now she is butter smooth through here. Forecast. Got rain. More rain. The ground is just finally starting to dry out. Got more rain coming. I like this little tractor. It's got decent horsepower. You can get it front weight or with, might be able to get it with 3-point hitch. Obviously it's got IC because I opened up the windows. That's good. See, that would just kill them. That would kill the frames, having that mud splash up like that. Back her in here. Let's tap. Let's see. See if this is going to take spray or not. Right, it is. Are you out? I gotta figure out where that cedar is. Where did I put the cedar at? Oh, you're in. You're a single player on Herman's Eck or on Hofbergman. You know, I get asked that quite a bit, and I have to say that I honestly don't have a favorite tractor per se. I got a hankering for the Kloss 5000. That is one pretty tractor. But to say I had a favorite, I really don't. Don't have a favorite brand. I deliberately try to pick up different stuff on different maps I play and everything. I'm doing New Holland on Rathland. Got a mix of well, each farm here on this map will have a brand. So the cow farm will be John Deere. The arable farm will be Case to some degree, and the pig farm is going to be New Holland. So they're going to be the three major American brands, kind of spread across all three farms. Now, Rob, you know I don't wash stuff very often. Yeah.
How long are you going to be on?
Probably to around 11:30.
Are you pretty busy on your farm right now?
What's that?
Are you busy on your farm right now?
Like this farm that I'm streaming, or like a real farm? Because I'm not on a real farm.
Come out on the game.
Yeah, I got to try to get some soybeans in the ground before the end of the day. We got to get Daryl running again. This is Emerald Coast. Hey Nathaniel, what's up? So I think this field over here is cultivated. Let's see. Yeah, that's cultivated. Let's get this guy on field 3 started, and then I'm going to jump back. We gotta get the sprayer filled back up. Then we're gonna have to do a beet harvest here soon. I don't know what EP is. I must be missing something. Alright, Betty. We got Betty working this field. It's done. To you. Run over here. We're going to try to drive straight. I don't have it turned on. Because if we're doing compaction, And I don't want to introduce extra compaction to the equation. Head on down here and fill up our fertilized sprayer. Still in year 1. Like I say, I've been playing. We've been doing this one live stream, and I'm hesitant to do too much work off camera. Just the way I do things on a live stream. And quite frankly, I haven't had a lot of time to do much off camera work anyway. I've got to try to keep Rathlin moving along, and that can get. That's kind of at a stage now where there's a fair bit of off-screen stuff to do. You know, just started up a new multiplayer map, so we had to get our fields prepped and everything. We had the other multiplayer map going through autumn, so I had harvest on 5 or so fields to do, as well as help out a bunch of other folks. So it's literally been probably a week and a half since I have fired up Emerald Coast. This is very much a long haul series. This is where it would get laggy through here too, as I started to get into town. Hey Raznik. Hey, I found on game servers where I could set the server to restart at a specific time every day. So I set it to 4 a.m. Eastern time. So it should restart at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. If I remember when I get in tomorrow morning after I get up, I'll see if your cabbages are doing anything. At some point I'm going to buy the at some point I'm going to buy this and start making my own liquid fertilizer for the map. Kind of like real farmers do. They will mix up their own fertilizer. At least that's what we did on our farm way back when. We had a pull behind sprayer, and my grandfather would mix up his own fertilizer. So we had the old dairy, where the old milk tank and pumping equipment used to be, that became his chemical storage. And that's where he had all the big jugs of super concentrated fertilizer and weed killers and pesticides and everything. That was where you dump like 5 gallons of pesticide into a sprayer tank and fill the rest with water, and you put that on the field. So that was some pretty heavily concentrated stuff. I know he always put on those heavy-duty chemical gloves and had an apron that he put on when he worked with that stuff. I've got a... Oh, they definitely are banned probably nowadays. In fact, I've thought about this a while. You know, we lost him pretty early due to cancer. And, you know, I've sat back and I've thought before, wonder if any of those chemicals contributed to that issue. I know one of them was like a industrial strength Roundup. So, you know, you can still buy Roundup in like Lowe's and stuff store. But, you know, it is nowhere near as concentrated as that stuff was. We had, our high school, the high school I went to was literally out in the middle of a cow pasture. I mean, if you go outside and look and did a 360, everywhere you looked there would be cow pasture. And, we had, alright, good night, John. We had an industrial soul had got himself access to some pretty heavy-duty weed killers, and he poured it. They poured it on the bank of this hill that was by the school. In fact, it was a hill that athletic teams would make players run up and down. You know, when they were practicing and whatnot. And probably for the next 10 years, nothing would grow where that stuff was poured. I mean, it was, and it probably was for quite a while after I graduated, burned into the ground. I think he put like the graduation year or something in. Tractor's over here. Hey, Aiden, what's up? Yeah, see, this is what hired help was doing on this field. He was burying himself into the wall. At least he wasn't getting stuck. Alright, let's go see here. Realistically, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get fields 3 up there. Field 9, 18, and 19. Realistically, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get field 2 turned around or not. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to cultivate those fields. The only field I know that's cultivated right now is field 9, I think. I'm going to have to go down and check it right now. Oh, has it been hot for you, Aiden? And we had a good heat wave last week. But this weekend was very nice. Very nice. Today wasn't too bad at all. They're talking about mid 80s this week for us, which is pretty darn good for July weather. Sorry about that. Thought I was being quiet enough. I know those days. I know those days. Hot, dusty work. Of course, it's so dusty that a breeze probably wouldn't be overly helpful either, because it would just kick up the dust. Let's see, that looks cultivated to me. All right. Let's see here. Let's drop this plow off. Let's get cultivating those 2 fields, and then we'll see. If we get these fields cultivated, we will come back here and get the plow and see if we can't that field 2 turned around late this evening. Oh. cutting right now. That's something that I've never seen. Is a rice harvest. I don't know, I kind of would think that kind of would find rice more interesting than cotton as far as a crop or farm sim. There's a lot of rice. This way. That is significantly bigger than any farm that I've had the pleasure working on. Middle of the field road. We're gonna get stuck. Middle of the road. Oh man. %18. Oh. Let's go see if we can unstick ourselves. All right, let's get going. I figure if that pure farming could do rice, then why can't farm sim? I mean, pure farming seems to be pretty junky. But, oh, this mud. Some days this mud has gotta be the most annoying thing. There we go. Oh no, Andrew. Was, did you recently add a mod to that save game? Or did you recently buy something? in that save game. All you did was make bales. Let's play with this. Super simple course. The crone, like from the Straw Harvest Pack, or some other crone mod? I'm just going to spray this by hand. So we got our hired helper planting soybeans over there. Got our horseplay driver cultivating behind us. Turn this on. It's not. Cedar is putting in some compaction. Do you have the Crone Ultima fix in? But I think that just makes the bales ferment as opposed to being instantly silage. That is a very specific question, Will. Almost sounds as if you've heard of this issue before. What are you doing up there, dude? Looks like where you maybe need to be cultivating and not spraying. But this guy is just driving in circles. Let's turn this off. That's obviously not working. How do you know which the last bale is? Or do you mean literally the last bale in the file? see the compaction, see if it goes away. Hey Chris, what's up? Oh, like if it has a leftover part of a leftover bale in it. Hey, 8400R, what is up? Just glad to be back on Emerald Coast. Last day of soybean planting. Trying to get these beans in the ground, see if we can't maximize our profit on the fields that we do own. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Glad I never became a fan of the Krone Ultima. And thanks, by the way, Will, for turning this into a cultivator. It's nice tossing up those dirt clumps. Discs half buried down in the ground. Oh, thanks for the sub, Chris. Oh, I skipped. Darn it. Making stripes. It's a stripe. There's Beth. Last pass. Then I'll have her do another pass on this field. Are you talking about the mini map display breaded virus? Now, this is a fun little deal. Toggle things and zoom in and out. That is a fun little deal there. Well, yeah, I was using the conversion mod, but I took it out because it doesn't want to seem to play nice with the graze mod. Look here at our sheeps. We had to add a bale to our trough because it wasn't keeping it at 80% full. Oh, it takes forever. Oh my gosh, that takes too long. Yeah, it doesn't. Now, in the update, it looked like he did something to where it would make it easier for other mods to be written to work with the conversion mod. But I just took it out because it was, one, it didn't like the Graze mod, and two, it looked like it may have been affecting my compost price. So I just took it out. It's a good idea. Maybe it needs a little bit more work. The unit conversion mod basically displays all of your capacities in American units. So down here where it says 194 liters of fuel, it would say whatever that is in gallons. It would display in the prices screen your prices based on bushels. Most crops are sold in bushel quantities in the U.S. So it converted the price to what the price would be per bushel, and it displayed in what your silo capacity was per bushel. It would display that in your harvester as if it had so many bushels in it, and same with your truck, trailer. Other things, it would base it on, like, you would sell your wool by the pound. Would sell certain other things by like cubic foot. Although to some degree, I think cubic yard is more common. Like, I would think you would actually sell compost by the cubic yard as opposed to the cubic foot. Some things was sold by, was sold by weight. It's over at American Eagles Modding if you want to check it out. Cedar is done. Let's fill this cedar up and get started on field 9. Oh, are you playing on console now? Hey, Red Dragon, if I didn't say hey already. Okay. I do not have the, what is it, it's not called realistic weight, it's, what is it, mass fill types or something? No, not on this game save. Now, I do play with more realistic over on Rathlin Island, but I didn't want to be limited to just the mods that are in the conversion database for this game save. and I am in no way capable of doing my own more realistic conversions. So we're not doing more realistic on this particular series. Are using it over on, just want to see if this works. We are using it over on the Valley of the Old Farm also. Seed. That's fertilizer, silly. The seed's over here. Oh. Definitely worked. Okay, it works. I can fill this from there if I need to. I tell you, I built mine. I built mine from parts, so I'm not really up to speed on brands or models. And I built this one back in 2016. Other than the CPU showing its age in some benchmarks, this thing is still purrs like a kitty, especially now that I added the new graphics card to it. Got in here. Got Daryl. Daryl's in here. Wonder which brother it is. Wonder if it's my brother Daryl or my other brother Daryl. We'll work our way back. It probably is my other brother Daryl. Yeah, so I mean, if you've got the capability to build your own, like Will said, it's probably your best option because you can kind of hand pick your parts and pick and choose. If you, not everybody has that capability. Not everybody has the is able to put together a PC and be comfortable with that. So if you're not in that position, then I would say just some general guidelines would be to at least 8 gigs of memory, 8 gigs of RAM. I've got 16 in mine. At least you know, the graphics cards. I had a 960, which was about 2 years old, and would work fairly well on most maps, but on some maps like this one and some other detailed maps, it would struggle a bit. So I'd say probably 1060 or more graphics card would be good. But then again, a lot of it's going to be your budget, and really it's buy the best you can for your budget. Simply because you don't want to break the bank, but you also don't want to skimp too much and then feel like you need to upgrade sooner than you really want to. Hydrogen truck. It's a pretty short range. It must be just for deliveries around town or yard work. Well, there are paper cups, and they basically have a wax coating. So I'm sure the paper straws are the same, or they have a wax coating that will allow the paper to hold up to a liquid for a short period of time. But if anyone's ever left a drink in a paper cup for more than just an hour or two, we'll find that that paper cup doesn't hold up very long. Swing it. It's that. Or how about you don't use a straw at all? Just drink it out of the cup. Or bottle. Or glass. It's 11 o'clock. We might be able to get that field over there planted or plowed and cultivated. Way this is working. I don't think I've got it. I think this is the only tractor I got that can pull the plow and this cultivator. Otherwise, I could get this guy plowing, get him a good head start, get somebody cultivating the field, and then get the seeder planting the field all at the same time. Now the hydrogen truck, it doesn't run off of water. It actually runs off of hydrogen gas that's been put into the truck. It's not actually breaking water down into hydrogen and carbon. If you could fill your truck up by stopping by at the convenience store and buying a case of bottled water, now that would be pretty fun. Right. Okay. Yeah, I've seen those. Let's go get this guy running. What truck is that? Or is that the 18? Is that the electric truck or the hydrogen truck? Light compaction. Helper Dwayne is blocked by an object. Here you go, Dwayne. Betty's done her seeding. Gotta get that field fertilized before, are you kidding me? What are you doing? I'm gonna have to fire Dwayne. Hire someone new. That's it. I have to hire somebody new. Gotta figure out what the, I don't know the keystroke to. I don't know the keystroke to hire, to change the names of my helpers. Forget. Oh, that's new. Oh, that right mouse click to show courseplay HUD. I wonder if I switch this. Oh, then left control. No, where? Section control. Control. Oh, look at that. That's new. I hit left control and then I hit delete. Oh, that is neat. I saw that courseplay was updated the other day in the mod hub. So I thought I would go and grab the latest off of the thought I'd grab the latest off of GitHub and see what it had to offer. Not seeing a lot different yet, but apparently I think it was. Apparently, I think most of the differences were better, better course detection or turns, and routing or something. That sounds like a nice combo of trucks there. I was going to buy the enhanced chicken pack today also. We'll do that here in a little bit once we get some of this spraying caught up. So did any of you all have a chance to catch the Hoff-Bergman auction? I'm a little curious what you all thought about that. How you all thought that went. I thought it went pretty well myself. 'Loving this spray add-on mod. Too bad it's so darn complex to add to other sprayers. And it would be really cool if it could be retroed for fertilized spreaders for the solid. That somehow it narrowed the dispersal pattern based on just have a little bit to do. But there's no way that we're going to get that done with 38 liters. Let's go ahead on down here and fill back up again. There is a mod that adjusts the spread width, but all it does is allows you to set the spreading up to 50 meters. So we've got that mod on the Valley of the Old Farm, and I set my Amazon spreader to do 50 meters as opposed to 25. But it doesn't really do anything dynamic. It just lets you adjust the spread width. And it also, you know, it still goes through fertilizer at the same rate. So if you're spreading wider, it goes through it a lot more. So you got to be kind of careful that you don't overlap when you're doing 50 meters too much, or you'll fly through that fertilizer. I mean, that capacity counter ticks down so much quicker than with 25 meters. Is course play worth it? It is definitely worth it since it's free. It is definitely worth it. So, you know, imagine setting up just a simple use of it is imagine doing a course play course with your harvester to harvest the field, and you're harvesting, let's say, wheat, and you tell the harvester to put down a straw swath. If you use course play to drive the harvester, and you save that course, and then you come by with a tractor and a baler, and you tell that tractor and baler to drive the harvest course, then you can have course play not only harvest the field, while maybe you cart the grain for the harvester, but you could also have course play bale the straw right behind it, or you know, another day, you know, as opposed to do that without course play, you'd have to use like follow me. Have the baler follow the harvester. Or have a harvester that was rigged up to where you could actually hook up a baler to it. Do the same thing with like a forage harvester. You could have the forage harvester do the harvest course and pick up the straw with a forage wagon instead. You could have, let's say you don't like, you really don't like leveling a silo bunker or a silage bunker. You have course play level it for you while you go off and do other things. Could fully automate a chaff harvest with 2 or 3 trailers running back to the BGA, and have the BGA set up where it you have a course play driver leveling the bunker. I've not seen a Central California map. Now, I have seen a map that was something about California, but it had errors. It had errors in the log, so I didn't really bother with it. There's a new map from the Northwest Texas guy over at American Eagles Modding, but it's got some log errors in it. So I've not decided if I'm going to put a video out on that one yet or not. Kind of hoping the errors get corrected. Oh, are you in my Discord, Chris? I have to have some way of getting it to check it out first, before I could commit to anything. It's linked in the description. Should be a Discord link in the description. That's just the easiest way I know I can think of to for you to be able to get it to me. Thank you. Let's go back here and get this filled up with seed again. Just so that we have seed while we're over there on the other side of the map. Then tomorrow is late summer. I don't know what we got left to do tomorrow other than to just chillax and see if there's any AI fields that might be to harvest. Bought this pallet the other day. So. Okay. See if I can't find it. I need to try to remember that. Oh. Looks like. The AI field, no, field 11 had potatoes in it. The AI field went and harvested some fields last night, or earlier today. So the next big thing on the map here is going to be another grass harvest. Except this time around we're going to do some grass in hay bales, and we're probably going to do the big grass field in silage. Probably going to do the two smaller grass fields in bales, and then the big grass field we're going to do we're going to forage it and put it in the fermentation silos there at the over here at the cow farm. Those blue fermentation harvestor silos. They look straight. It's just cultivation up. See, it's always windy here on the Emerald Coast. Little bushes are always wagging around. That. That. All right. I won't forget now because I just looked. Oh. Keys. Oh, really? There we go. Since I skipped 2, I might as well skip 2 all the way across. We had Betty working for us, now we have Beth. It's too many. Dude, I went missed too many on that one, darn it. But now I don't know if I'm going to get that field done or not. It's 122. Gotta get this finished cultivating to get that plow started on field 2. It's not the best shaped field to be setting up with hired helpers to work. I got the foot to the metal. I ain't going any faster. I mean, look how rough the ground is. I mean, you're gonna get sick in here riding this thing. Rocking back and forth. Oh, well, that's the problem. See, I don't have any other tractors that will pull this. Now, with the compaction mod, I really shouldn't have pulled over into that field and turned around. Well, I could always drop the clock speed down to 1x and make sure I got it done, but I don't like to do that. I do it sometimes, but I don't like to do it. Run out of time, you run out of time. That's just it's just the life of the nature of the beast. You're never able to get everything done you want to get done. Question is, who's going to finish first? Am I going to finish cultivating and spraying this field, or is this guy going to finish seeding that field? That is a $1 million question. Take your bets. Take your bets today. Gonna finish first. I think guy seeding's gonna finish first. That's just my idea. It's not too active tonight. I guess most people are content to watch and listen, or to some degree listen. Oh, Rob, did somebody make a goofy shaped plow or a goofy shaped field? Is it Goofy's head, or what part of Goofy is it? This is a very lively front suspension. Rear suspension has a little issue with the drive shafts not matching up with the hole in the frame. Well, it looks like you typed the same word there twice, Rob. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I suspect most people are like me. I'm a little tired at the moment. Been going for a while now. Now I'm thinking that we'll finish this field first. Oh, it's 11:03 for me. Over here in Virginia, we just capitalize random words and random letters. It's really whatever you feel like on a whim. Kind of wonder if we'll have enough seed in that seeder to do both fields. Gonna need to fill it up again. Yeah, see, that's perfectly fine. In fact, you're being a little crafty. Creative. You're expressing oneself. Well, at least they don't think it's still going on. Over here, we've got some of those. Right. This path. Then the goal is to not get this tractor stuck again. Alright. This over. Get her out of the way. side. Load. What? Go. We're gonna hitch a ride with, is it Betty? Offset narrow cab trucks. I don't think I know what you're talking about. That was a little convulsive. Shuttering action. Stay over here to the side. We should be fine. Not get bogged down and stuck. So we got 1, 2. We've got 4 little fields and soybeans. I think I've seen what I call a yard truck like that. We've got a Tyson's food plant in the town where I work, and I'm pretty sure I saw a little what I call a yard truck. One of the little trucks they use to shuttle and move trailers around from like loading dock to waiting area. There we go. See what I am thinking of trying tomorrow, game day tomorrow, is to try a variant on a trick that I saw Mr. Sealy P do in a video. Never even thought about this until I saw him basically do this. Now he did a mission, and before he did the mission, he put a placeable silo down right beside the field. And he would, as the harvester was filling up, he would run over and empty the harvester into the silo. And then when the harvest mission was over, all the grain was in the silo that he harvested. But what I was thinking of doing, or thinking of trying, but it probably won't work. Yeah, it does sound cheaty, doesn't it, Rob? But I thought about trying just to see if it would work, is to start the mission on this big field 11. which has potatoes in it. It's ready to tops. And what I thought about doing was seeing if I could force unload the harvester onto the ground. Probably wouldn't work. If I could basically force the harvester to unload to the ground, then I could come by and pick those potatoes up. But like I said, it probably won't work. Then the other idea would be to bring do this. 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 That's interesting. Alright, well, let's just, oh, we're done spraying. Where are you at? You didn't do a very good job of spraying. You in the woods here somewhere? Up, up. Well, that tells me there's a sprayer in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. So the other option would be to do a, would be to like do a harvest mission on this, this field 17, but bring our grain truck over and put it beside the field and then unload into the grain truck. See if that worked. Something I've heard people do before and never tried was to bring a tractor and a baler over to a field that they were going to harvest wheat or barley in, and then right when you start that harvest mission, you set up follow me on the baler and basically have the baler run around and follow the harvester, which would then bale up the straw. And apparently that causes the straw to stick around and not disappear after the mission is over. I've never tried it. Heard it works. Well, it's going to be down to the wire. I'm going to finish first because this guy kind of got stuck in the border wall. And we're definitely not going to have enough seed to do both of these fields without having to fill back up. She's on her way back. She's going to win. Alright. I think what we're going to do is finish this field out with the spraying. Drive over and check out the plow. Then we're going to call it a night. Close it. Or might as well get this person started on seeding this field. I'll finish this field off later. And we have Beth again. This way. Well, thank you guys for coming out and watching. I don't know what we're going to do Wednesday. We might be on, we might be back on Emerald Coast on Wednesday. Like I said, Valley of the Old Farm is in winter, or will be in winter very, very soon, in a matter of literal hours. I don't plan on doing too many streams on Valley of the Old Farm during winter. The only thing we got to go on is going to be some sawmill work. I'll be on just a few minutes and then I'm going to head to bed. I won't be on too long after I get done streaming. And Hoff Bergman got lots of the work done on there. Really, for me, it's waiting until summer on Hoff Bergman, and that it won't be summer by Wednesday. So if we're streaming, we might be doing one of two things. We might be doing Emerald Coast again, or we might be doing some ATS, because we're in Delta Bravo's trucking company, virtual trucking company, and he's trying to do 30 runs in 30 days. We did 30 runs in 30 days in June. We're going to try to do that again in July. And where are we at? We're 9 of July, day 9. I think I've only got like 8 runs done. So I need to get some runs done to kind of get above the head of the curve. Will Will is campaigning for Emerald Coast. I tell you, it might not be much excitement going on if it's... I don't know if how much I'll have a chance to get side work done on here. To actually have something to do. Huh. No, you're not biased at all. I need to fill this. Oh, there's the AI traffic rubber banding. Speed up and slow down. Then everybody speeds up and slows down behind them. Speed up and slow down. Well, this is the field that we were plowing. Where did he go? Oh, he's... What? On earth are you doing over there? Well, it doesn't look like you got too much plowing done, buddy. I think you've run into a fence. At what part? Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get... You're not gonna go anywhere, dude. Stop it. Dug a big hole in the ground. Alright guys, well like I said, thanks for watching, and might be back Wednesday. We'll see. Until next time, happy farming.